to my natural state,
I want to
which
ask.
is well-being.
I want to ask you something else. When I first spoke to you, you said that when you saw the cure drive, you knew it worked, and that you weren't doing it yet, but you knew it worked. And I want to know how you knew that it worked. How did you know it was real?
When I search, when you put me, when you put me on the site, what is it? I am the one where it speaks about Baba.
Yeah.
Do you see, one of the things that I notice is that the real power in this is in the spiritual aspect. That's where the power lies. If you're not centered in the spiritual aspect of it, it won't work. That's where the power is. That's what I was attracted to. Now, I wasn't conscious of that though.
Oh, I see. So you think it got inside of you without you being aware of it?
Well, it's more than that because I was on a conscious spiritual path already.
Yes.
You know, in other words, if your reality is that you're living in the disease, you see, I don't agree with that. It's not my disease.
Right.
Okay? And I don't belong to a group, I'm an individual. You know, it's when these things happen, I personally believe that these are wake-up calls for us to get back on track. Of course, there's physical things that we have to do, like diet, in other words. It's not just about diabetes. It could be anything. It could be, we were talking about candida, it could be cancer. If you eat glazed donuts every single day, and, you know, steak and all that stuff, there's, you know, there's, no, it ain't gonna happen. At the same time, if you just take the approach that just what you eat is going to change it, no. You know, it's a whole multi-layered, it's the physical body, the spiritual body, the ethereal body, the whole kit and caboodle.
It's the whole thing. Well, you know,
the
first time you left me a message, you said something to me. You said that you hadn't started doing it yet, but you wanted my help because you knew it would work. You knew it was real. I'm asking you, how did you know that?
It's a sense, because I'm very aware.
So you're intuitive.
I'm totally intuitive. This is something that's developed. I live by that now, of what my sense is of things.
Do you think you were always intuitive?
I think I was, but I was always, like I told you the other day, a meat and potato guy. I always squashed that because I was in business. I am in business, and I had to see it, smell it, touch it.
Well,
and I really
you know what? Concept. I think a lot of business people are just very intuitive.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, intuition is a big part of being successful in business, isn't it?
Absolutely. You see, but the program that's downloaded through us, through society, culture, you know, whatever current zeitgeist is, family, religion, is this program that, you know, you got to see it. And, you know, miracles happen. Here, let me tell you this. When a miracle happens, there's a manifestation of faith. That's when miracles happen. Miracles are the physical manifestation of faith. And so that's why one of the things, when you put me on the site and I saw, and I read a little bit more, I left you a message that said, hey, Bayer, there's more to you than you lead on. You see, because that's where the real power is. I watched some of the videos, and people never touch on these things. But the real, and I thought about that. I said, I never hear Bayer really talk about that. I wonder if it's because you want more following, more people, and it may turn people off.
No, I think we're talking about it now. And this is good.
You and I are talking about
it. This movie is another voice of me and you.
Good.
And we'll have this.
Let me tell you. My thing is that, and this has been over the last 4 or 5 months has been developing consciously. And every day that goes on, and the more I delve into this, and I go out in the outside world, and the process of rebuilding my business and my interactions with people, the more this gets powerful. And literally what I feel is a new program being downloaded into me. I'm the vehicle. And that is a spiritual download. It's one of consciousness, of infinite consciousness. And deleting the old programs that I'm sick, that there's dis-ease.